Good evening and welcome back. So, let's try to do this thing here. So I do have the background questions in here. And I also need to do the other thing. So let's see. I have the persistent level. And let's open this up. And here. So we get the reference to the player and we show the main menu. And here we are doing the teleport, but I still need to call this somewhere else. Haven't done that yet. Okay. I'm not quite sure if I need to do this. Let's try. And while this is loading, let's do something here. Because I just noticed something. Oops. Okay, this is a bit too small now. Damn it. Might not be readable, but whatever. Doesn't matter. So let's jump through these. Start game. What the hell? What is it doing? Okay, first it's compiling shaders. That's not good. Let's wait for that. And there's other stuff not working here. Okay. It isn't? Oh no. Am I doing something wrong? Probably. No, it's not Minecraft. It's not supposed to be Minecraft. So it's totally fine if it isn't. And how are you today? Okay, here we go. That's the landscape. So let's wait for the shaders to compile and then see if we can get this to work again. Thank you for the follow. That's optimal primal reviews. Interesting. Hello, Shadows. How are you? Okay. It's definitely not good because we still have controls here. Oh, nice. Okay. So what happens if I click new game? There are so many. Which one do you mean? The normals? Not yet. I mean, I created a new material and I'm using this, but I haven't fixed this on this side here. So I still need to finish this material and then assign it to the rest of the world. I wanted to check my... Oh yeah, I fixed that by kind of recreating the whole landscape. It was a bit tedious, but I fixed that. So why is it not loading this level? Or maybe it is loading the level, but it's not setting us there. And we also need to do something else here. Set game input. So that's definitely not correct. What's it doing? Okay, that doesn't work the way I want it to. So let's do something else here. Let's add another level. Then try something else there. At the moment I'm just trying to set the right structure from main menu to actual game levels. So I need to add the main menu and the loading level, I think. Let's just add those in here. Though they are empty levels, but they have a bit of scripting on it. So let's refresh this here. Okay, now we have those. Let's open up this. Let's have a look at the main menu here. And if this is loaded, then we add this to the viewport. Okay. So in here, you can change this. Don't need to do this in here, but we can open up the loading level. So, or not the loading level, but the main menu here. So load stream level. Main menu. Okay, compile that. And then we need loading level and this. And the main menu here. Yeah, this should load this. And when we load that, we want to have the background questions here, and we want to set the player character to the player start. This should happen at begin play. No, wait. Not sure if this is correct here. I mean, it shows the background questions, but it's not setting us to the right location. Yeah, I just started 15 minutes ago. So not just, but not long ago. That is strange. But Twitch had a few issues in the last few days, so could be that. Okay, so let's check this again. Why do we get the loading screen now? Doesn't make sense, but okay. Shouldn't get this. And it is hanging. Why? Okay. So if we play this level from default player start, what should happen? Something should happen. At least. Come on. Yeah, this shouldn't happen. Okay, let's save all these and unload all of them. Okay, now we have nothing loaded here apart from the main level. What is happening now? Okay, this shouldn't happen. Strange. Yeah, it might just take a moment. Why is this happening? It should load our main menu. And in main menu, it is just calling the main menu and adds that to the viewport. It's doing nothing else. This is really, really strange. So let's change this. Let's not load the streaming level here. but call this directly. I don't know why. Let's remove the loading level and all that stuff from this. Let's unload that. And let's move the loading level and the main menu back over here. Now they're gone. Let's see what we get now. Shouldn't have access to this anymore, and it's not showing this at all. Okay, it's showing. Ah, damn it. So, for some reason, before it is doing anything in the persistent level, it's loading the first sub-level here. Okay, I need to look up if load streaming level works with level composition, because I'm not sure if that actually works. Okay, that's interesting, but not really the issue I have. Hello. Okay, so it looks like I need to disable the distance streaming, but then I also need to enable it again later, which is a bit strange. Let's search for something else. Let's see if we get an answer to that. Okay. So look at that as well. Not in a new window. New tab. Okay, no answers to that. Okay. that doesn't help much. Okay, so I think my idea doesn't work. The idea was to have the main menu probably load into the tutorial level, and from the tutorial level load into the world. The issue is that I can't use an animated loading screen. I just need to have static loading screen, and then it should work. So let's do that. I mean, maybe I could just do the main menu in with that, but no, just wouldn't make sense. So let's remove this here, move it over here. Oh. Wait, what? Okay. I think I know what's happening here. And now it's crashing. Awesome. Okay, let's load this again. Don't restore on this time. Let's move these over here. Wait, that's not the main menu. Okay, this is the main menu. Interesting. Okay, we can't stream in this one, but yeah, it's okay. this one we have the main menu here. On the main menu, I do want to do exactly this. And let's test that. Okay, we go in here, and then, okay, I need to change that. Yeah, this I need to remove. Okay, now we get this. Let's test again. This is false. Now we have these showing up, that showing up. Let's see what's happening here. What is it loading or trying to load? Okay. Good. So we have that part working. Need to change the part in our level here. So if we are overlapping that and we are ready to travel, then we are opening up our loading level here, which is correct. Even though that's I still don't like this because we do have the animated loading screen at some point, and then we have the loading screen stuck. So the user would think, oh no, there's something broken. The game's stuck or something like that, but it's not happening. It's just loading in the background, but it's using the main thread and stopping everything else while it is loading. This is complicated. Okay, loading screen here is not doing anything. Okay. Okay. this here works. This also works. Let's try something else here. Let's try to add this in again. And have this be blueprint loaded. This is also blueprint loaded. Okay. Let's try this. Let's not have the loading level here, but do that part. I know I had this yesterday as well and didn't quite work, but I have another idea that I want to test in the main here, because at the moment I'm opening up the main menu, which is not correct. What I want to do here is, once this is loaded, I want to do the teleport player thing here. And in here, I'm checking if the game is loaded. And if it is not loaded, I want to not do this, but set him to the player start. If it is loaded, then I want to check for the saved player transform and set that as transform there. Let's just try that. Now let's see what we get here. Welcome back. Okay, it loaded in here, but didn't load at the right location. should be in the right place. And according to the player location, it should also load the map properly. But it doesn't do it. Wait, those are static mesh actors. Let's check something here. Let's just open this up and build this. The lighting build shouldn't take that long. And then it should be a bit better. No, it's not doing the right thing here. It looks correct here, but it doesn't look correct here. Let's see. I mean, this looks better now. Where the hell is my light crystal? Damn it. Where's the key? Yeah, it removed all the items. Awesome. The hell? I think I know why it's doing that. Because I tell him to it at some point. But we don't have them. So there's something not correct in here. Let's check. Let's save all this stuff. Open this up again. Why is it dark here again? That's not what I want here. Ah, okay. Now it's fixed. Yeah, that's okay. Ah, yeah, this looks better now. Good. And we have light crystal. Good. But this still doesn't work the way I wanted to. So let's do this differently. Just the last part here. Main menu, no. So here, do an open level. So we're adding the loading screen and then we're opening that level. Let's see if that works. And the lighting's broken again. I think it might be the textures that I'm using, or the materials here. Nope. Come on, let's put that here. Please stay there. Nice. Okay. Now we have that screen, even though the text is not correct, but we are loading into this world and that part works. Okay, so I will leave it at that because it's the best I can get there. Okay. At a short delay so this level loads correctly. Or not the level, but the UI. The hell? Come on. Okay, now it loads correctly, starts to move here, and then it loads in here. Okay. Okay, maybe let's set this to 1 second so that we get, I think, at least one rotation of that thing there, and then it should be okay. Let's go here. And we need to open this. Yeah, here we need to do the same. We need to do a delay. And then open up that one. Okay, at the moment we don't have a level. We don't have a save game here yet, so it doesn't work yet. But let's see, I also need to change something else here. Because I only want to show the save games that are not the start save. Because at the moment it shows all the save games. So if we start this here, go to load level, it shows us a level that a save game that we can't really load this way. So if that's the name, I don't want to display that. So let's go in here. So if this is not equal to did I call this Kargen choices? I don't want this to happen. So if we load now, it's empty. Okay. Let's check something else. Because the pause menu, what is this doing? It's saving, and then it should do this. So let's run through this here once more and then create a save game in world. Let's see if that works properly. Okay. Loading in here, and let's run in here. Take a few steps and not do that. Sorry about that. I need to keep in mind that I need to use different button for pause there, not escape. I mean, in the end game it should be, if the game is built, it should be escape, but here I'm using P. So I completely forgot about that. So now we show that. And we do quit here, and we are here. And I should be able to click here and then load into that position, hopefully. Nope. That's not good. But I mean, we do have a save game in world now, but it should set us to the right position. Let's load up this level again. Open this. So here we get the reference, then we do the teleport player. And we need to check if this is correct. I think it is. And then I also need to check position here. Okay, so let's go into the where is it? Here. Game mode. Game loaded is set to false. And on the save game button, we are setting it to true. Let's compile this again. And in here, just print this out. Let's see if we get the right value here. Okay, we now get it as false, which is correct. If we just... yeah, it is correct in here, on that spot. But it shouldn't be if we load it otherwise. So that's the way the levels here are ordered, sorted, and stuff like that. It's a bit strange. Let's see this, and do we get false? That's not correct. Why is that false? So the game mode was something that is persistent over each level. So if I load a new level, it should stay persistent. I mean, it's not a big problem. We can also put this into the game instance. Then it would stay persistent. Yeah, let's put it in here. Why not? So main menu, no, it's in here. So this is not the game mode we need here. We want the game instance. And then here on the set game loaded to true. Compile that, and up here set game loaded to false. And let's open up main again. Okay, let's get the player ref, let's get this. Hello. And let's put this to variable. No, we only need this once or twice, but it's okay. Promote variable. This is the game instance reference. Then we call this. It's going good. I'm trying to figure out the best way to load, to go from main menu to the actual world and back, basically. And load in properly, so it's teleporting us to the right space in the world where we saved at. And then here we get this. Plug that in there. Move this here. Make this slightly more pretty. Yeah, this we don't need anymore. Compile. And let's see if it's doing it properly now. Yes. Awesome. Okay. There are other issues. Oh, I don't know anything about 3D code. Haven't used it yet. So but there are some manuals that are quite boring to read. Oh no. Yeah, you do that. So this works now, but we have an issue because we are not giving control back to the player. So we have the cursor here, but we don't have gameplay input. So that's something I need to change. So on the save game button. So before we load this, I want to set the game input here. Let's see if that works. Okay, that works. Good. Now I just need to configure the music zones correctly so that I have a complete zone with a specific music playing, stuff like that, but that's not so important at the moment. But this works now. We can create a save game, we can load that save game again, and we can quit. So that's awesome. So we resume from here. I'm running around over here. Pick this up. Okay, this is broken. Oh, I know why. Because it's not in the same world. That makes sense. Let's go here. Why is my AI not working? Oh, come on. Don't tell me it doesn't like me loading this level in this way. So it's not properly creating the enough mesh. Oh no, I think it's something else. It's something yeah, go for it. Yeah, I'm not really a music guy, so might not be the right thing for me, but maybe someone else finds it interesting. Oh, okay. interesting. Okay. So let's check something else here. So we have this spot. Let's see if... What do we have in our inventory here? Okay, we didn't pick up anything yet. Let's quit here and resume this one. I might need to change the name. Okay. That part is working. Good. Just wanted to check if it's respawning the items I already picked up, but it didn't. So let's fix this here, because this is quite an easy fix. Let's go here. Let's make this one our level, and let's duplicate that one. Now it should be in the main level. Not quite sure if I can change the name here. I can, okay, because they're on different levels, that works. Nice. Let's see if it actually works. No. Oh, it does. Awesome. Just took a moment. But now we have the right character showing up here. And this works again. Nice. I think it doesn't correctly work for this guy here in the cave. But I need to fix him anyway, because he's using a slightly modified character class here. It's, for some reason, doesn't have the basic stuff in here. Because when I created that version, didn't have the other stuff in the character class in there, so it's a bit strange. Okay, that is working. Let's jump over to the other level so we can work on the big map again. Wait, there shouldn't be. Oh, yeah. This all is in here, and this is correct. Good. Let's load up our town. Okay, now it's building navigation. And let's check if this works now. Current camel location, and see if you can just jump in here or not. Nope. Okay, it's a bit annoying, but I understand why it's happening. But okay, the AI is working again. Oh yeah, that's something I wanted to fix sometime soon. If we are talking to someone, they should stop walking around. They should just stand there, look at us, and stop doing anything else. Definitely need different textures for this. Yeah, let's do a bit of terrain stuff here. Let's jump into this and try to make this a bit more pretty. I think this is okay, the rock layer. And I don't like the dirt layer. This I want to change. Let's see. Do something else here, but I need to take a really short break. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry this took slightly longer. I blame my back that told me, hey, you shouldn't sit around all day, and it started to hurt. And I also blame the cashew and cranberry mix I found on the way. So, yeah. So, let's change this, because I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, I might need to try that, but I think I need to thorough massage before I can do that, because my back is really, really bad in that regard. Okay, sand here looks okay, even though I do want to change the color. It's yeah, I'm slightly past that already. Yep. Okay, so we have the normal to that. We have only an ambient occlusion. Okay. Or not ambient occlusion, ambient map. But maybe this works here for the snow. Until I get a better snow texture here. Why is it still black? That's not correct. Something not working here. Let's connect the specular there. It's still showing up as black. I hope this works a bit better. No, it needs Needs to recompile all the shaders here again. Yay. I might need to change the resolution here for the dirt. The texture size here. Let's put this to 0.5. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, why do I get my grass up here? Should be snow there. Snow height. Okay, now we have something on top here, but doesn't look correct. Yeah, this is showing up as black, which is definitely not correct. So I think I need to find a different snow texture and snow set of snow textures that works a bit differently, because this doesn't work the way I want it to. Let's see, search content, snow. Let's try this here. Maybe that works a bit better. Yeah, it's still doing that. So I want to check something else. Let's first see if anything changes up here. And then go down to the water and see if anything changes there. Because the water also didn't look correct. Yeah, okay, didn't change up here. So it is something different. Okay, this is not compiled yet. Okay, so we have rock showing up on the sides here. Then down here we have the sand, which kind of works, but the issue is we get the plants over here already, which is not correct. That's not correct. Yeah, this I still need to fix. But why do we get this issue up here? The snow is not showing up properly. At all. Layer snow. Yeah, this is plugged in correctly. I mean, it's complete spaghetti here, but it's still plugged in correctly. This is the height map. Let's just change this to use weight blending for a moment. All of them. I think that might be a problem, that doesn't like the height blending there. No, that's not the issue. Oh, top material is not connected. Yeah, okay, that would make sense. So connect this here properly. Now it should show up. It's that easy to completely miss something and fuck up. Okay. Here as well. There we go. I mean, this looks a bit strange now, but it should also work now. Good. Oh wait, did I set up all the... No, I didn't. Send height. Dot height. Okay. Just need to wait for this to compile here. Let's move this thing out of the way. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I mean, the texture doesn't... Texture looks good close up, even though it's quite repetitive. But yeah, okay, this could work, but I need to find better textures anyway, so those here are placeholders at the moment until I figure out where to find better textures and use those. Yeah, I don't like that dot. Nah. The other one was too green that I had. So let's try this. Oh, that looks a bit better. The issue is from a distance it doesn't look good, but close up I kind of like this. Even though I need to figure out this and correct that. The blending here I don't like. But I still need to add something to these rock walls here anyway, so it's okay. Yeah, the problem is this is really repetitive. Nope, that doesn't work. This looks good, but not. If we look at it from some distance, then kind of see the same pattern over and over again. Kind of in rows here. Nope. Okay, here we have a different material. I think the same issue was on the snow here, that also was too repetitive. Okay. This looks a bit strange because of the texture here, because it doesn't have a proper height map. So I used the ambient occlusion map for this, and this makes it look a bit strange. Yeah, and this is not looking good here. Okay. Come on. Quit. Please don't crash. Okay. Didn't crash. Okay, so what the hell? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think we can use this as a placeholder for the moment, but I need to find proper textures and figure out the proper sizes for them then anyways. So we have a clear clear difference between grass, dirt, rock, snow, and sand here, so that works. I think the best looking one is the sand. Though we do have a bit of blending issue here. It thinks in this area we have sand, but there is no sand in that area. I think I can fix that. Let's have a look at the height. Yeah, let's push it down a bit more. Yeah, the problem here is that the blending is quite sharpness is not enough, or not sure. We need to set this up. Oh no, damn it, it's the snow. We need this one to be different. Now let's set this to quite harsh. Then set this a bit higher. Yep, that's too much. The problem is that with this texture also the plants change here. So if I push this up slightly, we do get those plants over here. I mean, okay, I can change this, and if I just push this up slightly, then we wouldn't have this problem there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's change the terrain here a bit. Yeah, now it works. same over here, so that we get a proper transition into this bridge here. Smooth this out slightly. Okay, now we have strange plants underwater here, but not poking through here anymore. Good. Let's load the rest of the terrains. This one I think is already set up. Yep. Okay, let's load up the brewery here. Let's load all those in between. What are these? Okay. I'm not quite sure if I can select more than one. Let's see. Does this work? Yep, okay. That works. Let's load in these. Kind of. It's to either expand at some point or create really high mountains to block off everything else with a huge gap between them, so that you can't get past that. Give me a second. I want to finish this up here. Then I can show you each of the tiles again. Okay, now this should be done, and you wanted to see the town. This is the town. Yes. I'm using a system called world composition, and for that, and this system uses tiles that are loaded in and used for performance. But it's not set up correctly yet, so at the moment I only have those tiles, but on the tiles I do have a lot of stuff. For instance, the town level takes ages to load, the brewery takes a bit to load, some of them are completely empty, so they load within seconds or something like that, and it's not optimized completely yet. But let me show you what it looks like in game with this system and those tiles. As you can see over there, you see that this tile in the distance is not loaded because the whole system works with distances. And now we reached the next distance threshold between those, and it loaded a new part of the terrain. It's easiest to see if we are up here on the mountain. For instance, if we run up the mountain here, you either see, the first thing you see, the grass disappear. And need to find the right spot to get up here. And then you should see parts of the terrain disappear. Yeah, it does. Now that terrain back there is gone. And you can also create more LODs for these. So not really. I still need to create LODs for each of the tiles. And then set them up properly, because I don't want this to happen. I want to have an LOD for the landscapes. And then load it before LOD 0 is loaded. Then I want to, the closer I get, should load the more detailed version. Because I don't want these gaps. But I haven't set up the LODs yet. Yeah, I updated earlier. It should be on the 19.1 already. Yeah, you see that just popped in there. And I don't want those pop-ins. I want smooth transition. But no, you need to create them. They are automatically created for you, but you still need to create them. So levels. No, here. For each level, it's just, what is this one? Which one is this one? It's this one. And for instance, this here. And I don't have set a number of LODs here. So far I haven't seen anything break, but that doesn't mean anything. Could break anytime, so let's just create an LOD for this. So let's set the number of LODs here to 3. And then I can generate those. I don't need to create them on my own, but I need to set them up here. So that we have proper LODs for that. Might need to change the distances in those layers here when this is done. Because at the moment it's all categorized, uncategorized, and don't have any other layers set up properly. So let's jump into here again and see if not quite sure. I think delay. Yeah, the delay is a bit of a problem, but it shouldn't be much of a problem. Let's have a look if this loads properly over here. And at what distance it's loading. Face flashing? Oh, when we load in the world. I am not sure why this is happening, by the way. Really don't know. So now we see this in the distance, and let's see at what distance it disappears. Or if it disappears at all. Just run up here a bit more. Come on. You should see the one on the right, the one that's dark for some reason, or black, disappear before this. No, I still need to be able to see it. Yeah, okay, now it's switched to that LOD. Yeah, I see an issue with this because we can see that, but I mean, if we create LODs for all of them, it shouldn't be a problem, I think. But, okay, it's still gone here. Yeah, I still need to figure out how many LODs I need to set up and stuff like that, so still a lot that I don't know about the system. Why the hell did this not work properly? Details. Have this on here. Okay, now it's showing up correctly. Okay. Just had some strange issues. One thing I'm not quite sure, what happens if we change this? So if I go in here and, for instance, make this, does it automatically update the LODs or not? Didn't do anything, so I think not. So I might need to control the LODs on my own. That was an interesting number of shaders compiling. Yeah. Let's see. Can we set wireframe? Wireframe here. Whoa. Okay, the problem is we do have this. Let's see. I mean, this is happening for each of them, but I'm not sure if the same thing is happening in-game or if it's just in the editor. I think this might just be an editor feature here. We see. But we do have LOD levels here. Those are the 3 levels that were created for us. They are for the layers here, so the distance if we create something new here, we have a streaming distance of 50,000 and everything above that distance is removed. And I need to set this up so that I see all the terrain all the time. So I need to set this really high and then create a lot of LODs for this, I think. Not 100% sure if it works that way. But I need to try this at some point. But it definitely works with those layers here and distances between the player and those different layers. I think if we start this here, not sure if we can see it in this, what is loaded and what is not loaded. Yeah, no, this is not showing up correctly. But I think that's because I have... Wait, no, I think it did show up correctly. Let's put this here. Try this again. Yeah, okay, now we see only this area here is actually loaded. Everything around this is not loaded at the moment. It's grayed out. And if I run over here, Should be able to see new tiles load in. Yeah, now one tile behind us was unloaded, and now should see these load in a moment. Yeah, this loaded in, that one loaded in. Just need to change the distances when they are loaded in. It's a bit subtle on the stream, but I think the system is working properly. Yeah, you can see that now the lake is gone. That level is no longer loaded. Yeah, and they are streamed according to distance automatically. I can change that and set it up on my own to load specific levels via Blueprint, but I don't want that. I think the distance streaming is okay, but just need to fine-tune it. And you saw the stuttering, it was loading the town map, which is still a bit heavy at the moment. Hello. Strange creatures here. I removed the water here for some reason. I think I wanted to redo the water. So it is working the way it's supposed to. It just need to set up the LODs properly. For instance, if I go into this one, no, this, yeah. Here I can set the distances. At the moment they're all set for the same thing. And also the simplification is not set correctly. So for instance, if we 0 here, set this to maybe 10. Let's regenerate that. Oh, I'll change this here. Problem is, we don't see this here in the editor. We only see it in game. So let's set this to 25. Distance to 50. Even though at 50 we already have the LOD 0, so this should be let's set this to 50,000, this to 75,000, and this, yeah. Let's see what we get now. Okay, this starts from the player start anyway at the moment. So let's run there again. I mean, at the moment it's blocked, but you should be able to see it here. I mean, it's still visible, so at least an LOD of it. What's that? Ah, damn it. Okay, so I need to set those up similarly, the same way. Okay. And then I should be able to see it from all around the map. I hope that I don't see this gap if the other ones are set up properly. Okay, what kind of errors did we get here? Wait, what? If this is not valid, why do we get a null reference here? Ah, I see why. I see. Doing this. This should be set like that. Okay. Now this should work properly. Yeah, and here I need to find better textures. And proper set of PBR textures. Like I have for the rock layer here. Even though there are a few things that you could optimize here again. So let's close this. Yes. Okay, it needs to redo the shaders again, and I'll be right back. I need something to drink. So, be right back. Thank you for the host, the Jammer TV. Thank you, thank you. So, let's prepare this. Okay. Sorry for the strange sounds. Okay. Yeah, I need to create those. So let's note down what I put in there. Maybe I can change this because I only saw LOD1 pop up. So didn't really see anything. Okay. Good to know. What did you do today? Ah, okay. So gameplay, not game dev. Okay. Any highlights on the games you played? Because I do on weekends I sometimes do something that I call 15 minutes to impress, where I go through my library and play different games for 15 minutes. Games that I haven't played before and didn't know anything about, and then mark them off as playable, as completely broken, or something that I definitely want to play soon. And last time I did that, I found Maze and Abduction as two games that I jumped back into. No, wait, this might be a bit too harsh. So let's set this to 70% like it was at the beginning. Set this to 75, 50. No, I bought a lot of bundles on Humble Bundle and previously Bundle Stars, and I'm also using the um, the monthly thing on Humble Bundle. Oh, nice. Yeah, I still need to play that, but I need to fight against Origin for that. Was it Origin? No, Uplay, not Origin. Uplay. Origin is the EA platform thingy, the program. But no, Uplay. I need to fight against Uplay that it starts properly and it's not crashing for me, because it's doing that far too often. So, hello, how are you today? Yeah, and I also need to figure out if I want to play any other Assassin's Creed before that or not. That's the other thing. Because I kind of have most of them, apart from the second to last. I have. Um, yep, it is. I have Origins, but I don't have the one that's situated in London. Um, Syndicate? Was it that name? I don't have that one. And I'm not quite sure if I have Black Flag. I got most of the other ones in a bundle at some point. Like I said, I get most of my games in bundles. Because it's way cheaper than buying them separately and when they come out. But as a result, I have a lot of games that I don't play. And if they're on a program that doesn't run properly, then the chances are even lower that I will play them. So, yeah. Ah, yeah, I had an issue that they locked me out of my account for a long time and told me, hey, you need to type in your two-factor um, security thing, which I never set up because it set it up for every account because they got hacked at some point because their system sucked. So awesome. So it took a long time for me to contact them, and then it took a long time for them to get my account back. So I got back access back to my games. I really prefer Steam and GOG over everything else. Yeah, a friend of mine didn't like the monthly bundles because it never had games in them that he wanted to play. Apart from maybe the one game that that's the big problem. They changed their authenticator app at some point, and the newer one doesn't run on my phone. So I tried to run it on my tablet, which isn't really using the what's it called, SIM card. So it doesn't have the ability to go into the internet and stuff like that, apart from WLAN and stuff like that, but so I couldn't use anything like that. And it was at a time where I knew, okay, I couldn't use that. So I never really set it up when everyone told everyone, hey, you need to use two-step authentication. And I didn't want to use that because it doesn't work if my phone is too old. And I don't want to get a new phone. Because it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's a phone and nothing more. And that was kind of my issue with that. But apart from that, yeah. Okay, let's do something here that's not just clicking generate LED buttons. I know. I don't like that a lot of systems want to use your phone as a security measure, and it's not safe. I mean, it's a second thing that just gives us out a number, but if I don't have access to that number anymore, nothing works. If someone hacks that device, they have access to those numbers. Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. Nope. I mean, I do have a Facebook account, but I rarely post anything there, and if I post anything, I'm making really sure what I post, because I don't want them to get any data from that. Okay, let's go here and let's add a spline. Yeah, I don't. I want to have don't want to have my name associated with any account data where people can look up my name and get anything else from that. Yeah, okay. That's something I can understand, but still. I mean, I have 3 different email addresses, and that's one of the reasons why I have those. because I have an old one that got hacked from time to time. Not my address, but the provider. And I'm only using that for junk that has nothing to do with me personally, but if I want to look up something, stuff like that. So, and then I have my main, and I have one set for gaming stuff. Yeah, I got Facebook because during the time I was studying game design, they told me to get a Facebook and to keep up with the community and keep networking. But I'm not using it for that. Because I wanted to make my own, basically. No, the thing is, the board houses were part of an old pack that I bought for Unity, and the textures were designed for mobile use, and I would have needed to create or recreate the textures somehow, because they didn't look good on my setup here. And then I decided I don't like the look of some of the wall pieces, and I wanted to change stuff. So at some point I saw all those changes and thought, why am I not creating my own and get completely rid of all the stuff that was there before and create my own versions of it, make it look better and more fitting to my game as a result. Even though I still need to change the materials here. Because they look a bit too stylized for the look I'm going for now. That's kind of an issue. Thank you. So I still need to find better textures for the bricks here or better setup for the bricks. Not necessarily textures, but maybe substances that tile properly and stuff like that. But so far I'm using those. They clash a bit with the pillars, because the pillars I textured in Substance Painter. And this is generated the same way my terrain was generated before. Let me show you the material here. Let's see. House materials. And let's have a look at the concrete here. This is set up with noise texture with its associated normal, and then a detail noise under that. So, and those are well-aligned textures. And then I have a few parameters where I can change colors, blend between those two colors here. That's the base setup for all of them, basically. And then created this, but in comparison to the Substance Painter textures, they don't look that good. And this is the pattern for the stones. Stone floor. And it's also just a pattern here and some cracks here. The noise pulled in. This is the material here. The proper substance would be seamless, yes. But what I'm using for my pillars is something different. This is done in Substance Painter. So I took the pillar into Painter and created these maps here on it. Let me open up Substance Painter to show you what I did there. So it wouldn't create seamless textures, but it would create good-looking models. But if I were to create or get proper substance and use those, then they would be seamless. Let's open up. Frame pillar. This is the one. No, it's no problem. No problem at all. And here we have the pillar. And I'm mostly working with fills here. So for instance, the have this masked out. This area here is masked out and filled with smart material here in this case. And same thing goes for this here. Is it a smart material? Yeah, it is. And then different layers on top of each other and stuff like that. So, but in here, the bricks, for instance, are world aligned. This material here is world aligned, and I can Why? There's a lot of nice empty space. It's awesome, isn't it? I know that it's horrible. I need to redo those at some point. And the thing is, there's also a bit of, yeah, okay, this here and this is mirrored. And so they are not unique. And I could have rearranged them a bit better, but didn't care at that moment, so it works for me, fine. And I always say I'm not an artist, so don't sue me. It's fine. It's completely fine. You don't want to see the UVs for the walls. You definitely don't. And I think I will show them to you. Maybe you can figure out what I did there. House pieces. UV. HL 0. What did I do there for those UVs? Let me open up Blender and show you what I did. Wait, where is it? Blender models. Yeah. And foundation wall. Yeah, in this case, that's the UV for this. Even though I'm not quite sure why it's not showing everything. Oh yeah, there. This is the UV for this. And the other ones look similar to that. So for instance, the foundation corner, which I showed earlier. Looks like that. And I did that because I wanted to have the widths aligned to the UV grid here, so that I have proper tiling, but yeah, that's the thing. If I'm doing tiling, then this should be okay. But I mean, it works for me, and I'm not sure if it's okay completely, but it works for me. Let's call it that way. And it just looks a bit strange for a UV layout. But in the end, I ended up not using this at all because I used the world align material on those. Then didn't matter anymore at all. Yeah. Yeah, you told me a few things in the past, yeah, that either my textures, my UVs looked horrible or other stuff, yeah, I know. But I mean, if it works, it's okay, but that's something I'm thinking in most cases. Might not be the best looking and um, most clear UV, but it still works for me. If we go back to the pillar here, where is it? Didn't open it. It's the small one. This is a different UV, but there's also a lot of free space here. That's not good. But here I wanted to have the alignment correctly, and those here are all those sides kind of stacked on top of each other. Not really mirrored, but using the same UV space. Yeah, I know that. Definitely know that. Just haven't done it for these yet. And the thing is, I'm not quite sure yet if I want to have the want to keep these. So, for instance, if let's open up this wall. I think I have another material here that I could use for that. Yeah, this is one of the standards here. I don't think if I save this they show up here, because I think, yeah, I'm doing this differently in the script here. I'm assigning different textures to them, so it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, but I did fix the terrain material here. I did fix the loading and main menu, so I think it's okay. Yeah, but the thing is, if you have it tiled, then you still need to have the if I have, let's load up another thing here. So for instance, this one is my corner, and if I select this one, you see I set this piece of the wall over here. If I select both of them, oh, I can't do that here. It's going here, the wall, so that I have continuous flow here. Because if I don't do that, then I have gaps in it, and the texture, you see where the pieces fit together, and I had a real problem with setting this up. And same goes for the wall pieces, where it's even worse. So if I go down to my walls here, yeah, and the other thing is the models here are also horrible. Oh yeah, I wanted to have a bit of... Didn't want to have them quite straight, that's why we have these issues here. And this is not straight. Yeah. For mobile stuff, I would say use an atlas. Use one texture that you put a lot of stuff onto and then reuse that. Okay, yeah, I will stop here for today, and tomorrow we'll jump back into the fixing up the terrain, making roads on each tile, and setting up trees after that, fixing textures and stuff like that. Because here below the fields I need to set dirt and stuff like that, so it's looking a bit better. Yep. Yeah, I would just say see you guys tomorrow if you want to join me then, and if you want to continue talking about textures in chat, go for it. But I will go offline, so need to take a break and need to get up early tomorrow again. So see you then. Bye bye.